The war has begun?
Have fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the war now. Yeah, I see it has its own little tab right here. So Britain and British allies versus Papal States and allies Austria and Russia. You're pretty damn lucky, you know, you got Austria in there. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah. If Austria was not in it, I would not join.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You guys win in terms of land amount, at the very least. Your navy is not very happy, that's for sure. They're doing a naval invasion of Venetia. I don't really know how naval invasions work yet.
I'm not even gonna try to challenge your navy.
Yeah, that's not a winning strategy. What can you do? Are you like sending troops to the Papal States?
I can't yet, because they don't have a front, so I have to wait until the naval invasion works.
Ah, okay. Yeah, see, they're trying to land 56, the home army. That shouldn't be deployed in a naval invasion, but there it is. And there's 25 Austrian armies defending. Wait, Austrian? Wait, what? Where are they landing? Venetia. So up here where Venice is? Oh shit, they're landing in Austria, not even the Papal States. That's interesting.
Yeah.
There's an active battle there now, I see. So does that mean a front exists now?
Yeah, they're making a landing right now.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. Right now, there's more Brits than Austrians. I wonder if the Papal States will end up over there. Why can I see this so well? Why can I just see all of this information?
No.
Shouldn't, like, isn't this like cheating? How can I see all of this? The Brits are doing pretty well on their landing. Yeah, they're doing pretty darn well on their landing, it would seem. Can I see, like, just looking at any nation, like, how much military they have?
Yeah, you can. If you open diplomacy and then information, you see the battalions. You see it?
Diplomacy. I don't see such a thing. No, not under diplomacy.
Right click on.
Okay, on
the
information.
country.
I see. Information. I have. Yeah, okay. So Austria has a lot of total units. The Papal States has really not as much, but they have a lot of potential conscripts they can raise. And then there's you. Okay, cool, I see. Backroom dealings exposed. Prominent members of samurai, outspoken support professional army, been exposed in a corruption scandal. Oh my god. Enactment success chance down. Throw them to the wolves. Ignored corruption. Less popularity. Is this like the leader? Historical character, samurai, I see. Derive some benefit. Another setback. That seems dangerous. This would bring me back to where we were, but this would make me more likely to get there, but for another setback. I feel like I should just take the enactment. Well, no, it's enactment time, not well, this would lower success chance. This just changes the enactment time. I'll just throw them to the wolves and clean up the mess. Lose that 10% success chance for right now. This is not moving very quickly, and we're down to 75 right now with the way this is going. If I shift it over to 71, we can get the Buddhist monks in here, but I don't think the Buddhist monks really have that much of an opinion on this law. Yeah, no, they don't. This is primarily just like the samurai versus the shogunate is what it is, so not a big reason to change that. Expensive government goods would in the Japanese market. Yeah, I know. I could tell. Yeah, it's expensive. I'm not surprised. However, let me close this. We're about to stop. This is the last one we're going to build for a second. Well, for a second, anyway. I don't know if I should, like, finish this one or not. I think we can finish it. I think we can get away with it. I want to get that whaling station up for that other timed thing that's going on. Oh, my progress bar on earning recognition has actually gone down, which is weird. But still, once I get to 50 with Russia, I think it'll just automatically complete. I like that this whaling station's going. They're already starting to build, which is good. Whaling station. And so it needs to be, any Japanese building is whaling station. They have to have good cash reserves, weekly profit greater than 0, occupancy greater than 75%, building level greater than or equal to 3. All right, well, we're getting it to 3. I don't really know how the rest of that works, but getting it to 3 is a requirement, which we will be doing. I can also go ahead and spread out some additional road maintenance edicts in a lot of these places where I'm building. To get more infrastructure, more state construction efficiency, things like that. I know I'm not really going to be building in Kyushu or Hokkaido. I could definitely, I have the authority right now to just fit road maintenance into literally everywhere else. So that seems pretty good to me. I'm gonna go ahead and just spread that out. It'll speed this up. Probably should have done that earlier. I'm just kind of like learning here, really.
Oh yeah, Raz, if you zoom in on a battle, I don't know if you can see them, but you can actually see the men fighting there.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that. Yeah, even in the fog of war, I can kind of see it on the map.
Oh, they landed.
They did land, yes. It still says landing progress, but they did land. There are active fronts now. Oh, they're doing another naval invasion, I see. Yeah, they're doing another naval invasion right next to that, but they also have a front because they landed in Venetia. So there's stats for the war. So right now, the Brits are dealing like 2-to-1 deaths. And more than that in casualties. Oh, there's also fighting in Alaska? Russia and Alaska?
Yeah.
I see they were kicking your ass over there.
Yeah, my man didn't get there in time.
This is exactly why Russia didn't want to keep Alaska. Oh, there's a movement to enact propertied women. But I'm currently busy trying on the professional army. Which, if I cancel this, then I won't be able to try it again for like 2 more years. This is support, no radicalism yet, so we could just keep an eye on this, because we definitely can't use this normally. Oh nice, I can get some cool sound effects on the fighting as well. With all the muskets and the cannons firing.
Sadly, I had to turn all that stuff down.
I have it. It runs pretty smoothly for me too. When I get this close and see all this stuff really close up, it does spike GPU usage though, so this is a very GPU heavy thing.
Yeah, my screen's just a bunch of pixelated Minecraft people.
I got some nice animations. Even at 120 FPS locked, it gets like almost 90% GPU usage for me. Great Britain is helping technology spread in Indoor. You can choose to help technology spread somewhere?
Yeah, for your puppets.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I just escaped out of a pop-up. I don't know what that was. I think it was probably telling me the clippers are getting expensive. I don't know. Probably because I expanded that building. Any Japanese character has admiral roles, not busy, is not a ruler. So I need a navy, essentially. Create fleet, Japan. And I need to assign an admiral. Okay, this guy has a lot of stuff. Coordinated interception. Increases casualties taken, increases offense. Convoy protection, interception chance. He's part of the shogunate though, that's not really good. But I can recruit a Buddhist monk instead. He's a diplomat and innovative. Okay, let's recruit this guy. We have an admiral. That lowered my bureaucracy a little bit. Okay, whaling industry was completed. What does this mean with bureaucracy? It leads to dividend and tax waste, I see. So what if I go into negative bureaucracy? Is there anything I can immediately change to affect that, or is that more of an overtime thing?
Change your taxation buildings, like your government administration. The higher, like, on the level you choose, the better your bureaucracy will get. Pretty much the best way to get bureaucracy is to build more of those and to increase the efficiency of those.
Government administration, I see. And that needs paper.
And paper's expensive.
A lot of things expensive. If it's like slightly negative though, that's not very bad though. Like -5 and that, like, that's not really bad. It only says an additional 0.3% tax waste is all it says. That doesn't seem too bad on paper. Get it? On paper. Oh, I have the Ryukyu Islands as well. I didn't even know that this was like its own thing. It didn't really show up in any of the production stuff, like for logging camps. Yeah, it's not even... It can't even support logging camps. What can it even support then? A little bit of arable land, mostly ports and stuff? Okay.
But Travis, if you want to invade the British East India Company, now's the time.
Nah, I can't do that yet. I mainly just care about getting rid of the opium wars, so I have enough land.
Well, this is probably a good time since the Brits are currently invading the Papal States in Austria.
I guess we could see, but there's no rollbacks here. If I mess up, then China's kind of screwed.
Well, it's up to you. If you don't think this is a good time, then don't do it. But this looks like a good time. They're committed to several, like a big front in Europe right now.
I guess let's see.
Yeah, see somewhere how many men I lost. Oh yeah, I see.
I could fix my bureaucracy if I get rid of that admiral. He's a monk. They like me. It would be decaying -1 over 5 years for getting rid of that admiral. I'll keep it in mind. It's definitely worth looking at. A dangerous business. Whaling Station Kanto proved to have a dangerous counterpart, and death has become common to almost every voyage. High price to pay, profit equally high. Ensure the safety of our sailors. And who's this?
So yeah, I have
the
to try
admiral
to
gets
paint it for 5
popularity.
years, so hopefully this don't really end anytime soon.
Whaling employee mortality down, but it shines, and then whaling
You
boom
did it?
throughput.
Yeah, but it's like a bar that has
I have
to
a lot
fill
of
up. It's not
population though.
instant.
I have a ton of
Oh.
population. I think I would take the
Well, this will
throughput.
probably last for more than 5 years.
I'll take the
anyway.
throughput.
Good.
I am getting my whalers killed. But it's okay. Calculated. I guess it's not really too much downside if I go declare Korea, basically, as a rival, huh? Because it's your tributary anyway, and I can just leech off some influence.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
Alright, I'm gonna declare them as a... It doesn't say anything here about you anyway. I'm gonna declare them as a rival to get some more influence. I think I've improved relations with Narfi as far as they can be improved.
Yeah, I can form an alliance with you and everything.
Oh, it looks like... Oh, we can form an alliance?
Yeah.
I can't propose an alliance, only a defensive pact.
I can do both.
You want to send me an alliance thing then?
Yeah. Only it cost me 200 influence, so I have to look if I can. That should be good.
Oh, here we go. Russia wishes to enter an alliance with us. Leverage generation, alliance, improve relations. There you go. There you
So
go.
wanna join the war?
I can't. I have no navy to move my troops. I literally simply could not if I wanted to. Oh, leader of the Hainam retired from political life. British. The Brits don't like me anymore.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I wonder why. Yeah, the Brits don't like me anymore. That was quick. One thing I could do to hurt the clout of the shogunate is to retire one of their commanders. They won't like it very much, but this is the only one I have of them, so I'm gonna retire him. Yeah, there you go. Because the other guy is, well, this guy's also shogunate, but he's not a traditionalist. This guy's petite bourgeoisie. I am now in a contested government, just as things stand, which is interesting. We have 0% success chance right now in professional army, which is not too great. I think we should, might just want to give up on this at this point. And then maybe just reform the government to include the monks to see where that brings us at this point. How have the monks been doing in terms of clout? It's been going up. So this should work out well in the long run for opening up other opportunities. But yeah, let's go ahead and bring them in. I'll just cancel this. It's not getting anywhere. 730 days, because we're at 0% right now. We're still being asked to enact propertied women by the Intelligista, but the shogunate and samurai don't like it, and the Buddhist monks don't. So for now, that's going to be a no-go. We're not upgrading from these peasant levies anytime too quickly, sadly. But we could look at some other things, maybe.
Oh my god, the Brits are naval invading me.
They're naval invading everybody.
I have everything in the papals.
Oh my god. Samurai petition government. Representing dedicated police force to pass it. Wait, what? Expect to pass it within the next 5 years. Offer them National Guard's compromise.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
vote
okay, sure. Government petition. I mean, and also the duel. An admiral challenged the heir, or vice versa, to a duel to the death. I like that. My heir just challenged my admiral that I hired for a duel to the death. That sounds awesome. I'm gonna let them fight. I hope the heir dies. Samurai petition government. Yeah, sure. Okay, dedicated police force. I could do that one. Try to pass dedicated police force. Sure. We have it right here. The samurai approve of it. But that's literally it. Well, if time runs out, the samurai won't be too happy, but it should be fine in the long run. We'll go for dedicated police force next. The samurai are already really damn happy as it is, so we'll try to enact that. How's our building going? So the private industry is now funding, for example, these rice farms in Kyushu. which are interesting. We can also harvest fig orchards. It costs us grain, but produces fruit and sugar. And who works in these? It's farmers and laborers, which are not peasants, which is good. Even farms they're technically good for us. My wood is horribly imbalanced, but we're now at the point where we're building wood because we've built a whole bunch of these construction sectors as is. Tooling workshops initially will only need like theoretically one logging camp, and that's it to support it. Yeah, only one. So that's not too bad. And we do have some better production now. We're getting the logging a little bit more under control. So I could say, for example, add in a tooling workshop to one of these locations. Somewhere where we only have like a single construction sector, for example. And this is kind of the idea I had here. Somewhere we have a good amount of population as well to expand into. At least just for a start, so we can kind of flip things over pretty quickly. So I think, for example here, I think Toku's a pretty good idea for this. At least to start. I can go into production. I can add a tooling workshop to Toku. Just the one, and then that will generate some initial supply, which, well, how much would one of these cost? For example, if I went here to Toku and I flipped it to iron frame, it would use not just tools though, but there would be enough tools. It would also use some fabric and iron, these iron frame buildings. And how are we on iron? Fabric, we're not too great, but we can go into that at a later date. And iron mine, well, we might want to throw one of those into Toku as well, because we don't actually fucking make any at all. This can add 20 per level, but we would need like 2 of them to start over there just to get this tooling industry going as it stands with this level of production anyway. Also, this uses tools as well. So I don't really understand how that all works, but I guess if we just do it in this order, that's going to be kind of a decent enough start to get demand for a tooling industry, theoretically. This also just happens to be where we have like the most possible iron that just in total. Hokkaido, meanwhile, still being taken over. It looks like Hokkaido has bonuses for coal mines that we can exploit in the future. That's nice. Were the Brits beaten out of that region in Venetia?
Almost. They still have the capital. They still have Rome.
Oh, they took over Rome. I see. Oh, that's funny. So they actually were pretty successful.
Yeah, and because of that, the Papal States has a 0-100. Like, they can surrender any moment.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, -100, I see. Current value, because I guess because Rome is taken over, yeah. And now they're doing these naval invasions of you. Going for your capital, St. Petersburg. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I will beat them out. They won't win that. Damn, the Brits are tough.
Oh yeah.
Note to self, do not do this next time.
It is the Brits. This is their world and we're just living in it. This is weird. I see like Austrian and Papal State flags next to British flags, which I assume are actually supposed to be Russian flags.
Yep.
There's some weirdness, some bugginess or something here. I do see some Russian flags somewhere. How is that war going? So there's been over 100,000 deaths on each side. Holy shit. Most of it's from Russia and Austria on your side, clearly. British East India Company has a lot of attrition. Damn, look at those Indians go.
I have too much going on.
Oh shit. With a 16% success chance, we actually got the introduction through this time on the dedicated police force. That's, wow, okay, we got lucky. We're on consideration now. Let's hope it goes, because we are technically on a timer now. I've gone up 2 ranks, from 14 to 12. Somehow I'm I'm the #1 producer of oil? What? I don't make oil?
Yeah, but the world doesn't use much oil.
Yeah, I was saying, I don't make oil. How does, what?
Do you have whaling industries?
I do have whaling industries. That make oil?
Yeah.
They make oil.
Oh, okay. Oh, I do make oil. Yeah, I see it now. Okay. Well, there you go. I'm the #1 producer of oil, and that helps my prestige by a lot, apparently.
Well, I have to get rid of my ruler 1 moment.
China's #11. Also, who died? Was it the heir? I think it was. Or no. Was it my admiral? I don't even know. I think it was the Admiral. I think my Admiral died in the duel against the air, sad face. Alright, we could disband this fleet. That's fine. Well, I got my bureaucracy back under control. Oh, this is interesting. You can start out with the crude tools, but then you make wrought iron tools already, which just uses iron in addition to wood to make the tools. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, okay, that's right, I see. I got confused about this whole building thing I have setting up. So the tooling's only going to use wood. Iron mine would be needed to upgrade for this. No, that was to upgrade the construction sector. That's right, which needs all these other things. So maybe the construction sectors aren't being converted too quickly. The iron is technically, I don't know. Well, it is necessary. The will be necessary to get the tools to actually get iron going. And I can have, with 30 tools, I can have like 6 of these iron mines as things stand right now, guaranteed. With the production of 20, you need 2.5 iron mines for a single iron frame building. But I could first end up generating some demand just like this, really, in the short term. Also, a very small amount of tools can be used on the logging camps as well. So yeah, those construction things would realistically just wait. If I just get into some tools initially, maybe even just foregoing iron in general. Let's imagine we just forego iron in general. We get some tools creating. Well, then we can just use them on the logging camps, thus enabling more construction sectors early on. And we need more jobs early on to have less peasants. And these tools, well, the iron can be used, like a little bit of iron can be used to create demand for that as well. But I can also just create that demand with logging, as it would seem, if I just have a place that doesn't have a lot of that stuff in general. Although I am currently building up more. Well, Shikoku, I guess, would be a decent example of that. Maybe if I'm building up 2 more in Kanto, and Toku already has quite a bit. Maybe building up this tooling workshop earlier somewhere else might actually be smart.
Like Crusader Kings or anything. If the -100 is -100, it will stay -100.
Oh, okay. So let's see. If I did this, then I could just convert specifically what is in Kansai instead. So I would get that going, convert what's in Kansai to being, you know, building more logging. This is only going to use the logs. And right now we still have a wood price discrepancy, I suppose. I'm not used to this UI yet. We're still pumping out a couple more of these things, but we can get this going with tools very shortly to make this better. I just end up, you know, converting things. I can fit a construction sector in the Ryukyu Islands and in Kyushu as well. That's fun at this point. Money is staying fine, and you know, the private investment is still slowly pushing things along. Of all the places I'm going into actively, Toku is a pretty cheap place to put another construction sector onto. I'll queue that up to go after our tooling workshop is built, because also in Kansai, we're going to theoretically try to flip that limited wood production over to using tooling. If we can make up to 30 tools with one workshop, up to 30 tools with one workshop, then theoretically that'll be 5, I think, per level. 5 per level, roughly. So, like, that's 15. That's like half of it right there. That's 3. And then we'll have another 3 specifically in Kanto. Okay, another 3 specifically in Kanto. So that could work decently well. We could also just be enabled to expand even like further with that. So like after that, I can throw tooling workshops into Kanto, let's say. Oh, well, this is not doing too well, I see here. The dedicated police force is stalling out in consideration. I could throw a tooling workshop into Kanto after. And we could flip the wood production there to be more productive, because then that would be cheaper than building up, you know, just more wood in general. And it would get this new industry going. The iron and stuff can just come later. I was skipping ahead a step a little bit. And then we can just kind of go bit by bit like that over time, as I then continuously throw some new stuff in there.
I got a proposal from Austria. They have proposed a mutual foreign investment right.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but I don't know really what it does.
Construction sector there. It would allow you two to spend your government or private like funding to build in the other country, essentially. And then take profits from that and into your own countries. I don't know that it would really be useful for someone as big as you to have that in Austria. Unless, like, that's just like if you needed something produced in them, I think. And if they're not part of your market, then I don't think it's really useful unless you want to import something from them. Because you're also giving them the ability to fund stuff in yours.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
We only have a -1 timed modifier with the Shogunate right now, which is really not that bad. They're pretty happy generally otherwise, for the most part. So then I'm going to go to the military, and I'm going to retire their other interest group right here. Guy, though he is a reformer, which is interesting. But that's not going to help me, I think, if he's not in charge of anything. I don't think he's in charge of anything. No. And I can't really influence this at all. So at the very least, I can go ahead and try to lower how effective they are. Because right now, with the shitty kind of start we had, things aren't changing too much. So let's get rid of that. We still have a general. And it's a petite bourgeoisie, and this gets my bureaucracy a little bit better under control as well. See, the Papal States were freed, and Britain is now landing in Austria again.
Yep. I'm also doing a naval invasion of England.
Oh wow. Wait, someone started a play on me. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, we had a setback for dedicated police force. Oh, I finished colonizing Hokkaido. And now someone started some sort of play. I can't even see the play. Where do I see the play?
Normally you just click on it.
Yeah, it should be in the right-hand side of your screen.
Oh, it's not there. Apparently, to keep this many individuals in this army, I actually do need another general also. Ooh, one for the samurai. That would be really useful. One for the... He's influential. And then there's also intelligista. I think I'll recruit a samurai leader. That sounds pretty useful. 30 command limit. Only 30. Oh, because he's like brand new. He's not rank 2 like that other guy was. -10 bureaucracy. Yeah, that's fine. Let me go ahead and recruit that guy. Get that organization back up. Yeah, that's weird. I saw a pop-up of it, but I don't see anything about it anymore. There was like a native uprising or something. I can establish a colony here next. Let's go ahead and start colonizing this. But Hokkaido is fully colonized at this point. It's incorporated as well. Pretty much already. Monument to the Shogun. A monument worthy of the Shogun. Pop Shikoku become more radical. Shogunate gains monarch thing. Or perhaps not everyone wishes to be reminded. This approves of monarch statue not being raised. -2 interest group approval for 5 years from the Buddhist monks. I don't really care as much about prestige. I'm going to take this one, even though it doesn't seem too great. Our money's kind of going back and forth with how much we're building at the moment. I'm also going to take 5 irregulars from Chugoku. Well, actually, they don't need to be from there. They could be from somewhere else that's just, like, not Kansai that's pretty big. In general, like Kyushu, for example. Just take 5 of these, move them over here, and then I can go and delete them pretty easily. Disband this, and now we have pretty good maintenance. It could have been at 93, I didn't need to do 5, but we have pretty good maintenance here. And we have also helped out the Shogunate a little bit by giving them a character. Any more would put bureaucracy a little bad. We're getting pretty unlucky with all of this. I've run some simulations of this, and it went a lot better than this as it is going, but yeah, oh well.